What really differentiates an epic brand from a good brand is the sheer fact that epic brands are built on a very, very strong strategic foundation, whereas a lot of good brands are maybe visually or aesthetically very well thought of. They have great expression, maybe great campaigns, but very often they don't have the strategic depth, which is very, very essential for not just driving marketing, but all business functions in an organization. I help students to see the brand not as a department or a function, but as a business system. Something that becomes the anchor for everyday decision making, be it product, pricing, people management, and even operations and finance. When you bring all of this together into a decision making framework that acts as an anchor, it starts to really bring efficiency, clarity, conviction, alignment, the typical management problems we face on an everyday basis. So when they go back and join professional landscape where they can make their career, it would be very, very helpful for them to have conversations which are very, very strategic in nature. One of the biggest misconceptions with branding is that, it's more of an afterthought, where once you've developed the whole business strategy and now you're thinking about how to brand your product or service, that's when you start paying attention to it. In my experience, branding is about everyday decisions, whether you're creating your product or designing your operation strategy or how you allocate your financial resources, you are doing branding because you're making choices or decisions that create value for your customers. And if that's not kept into mind and it's seen as more of, just a perception building exercise or an image management exercise, that's when I felt we're not doing enough justice to brand as an asset in your balance sheet. One lesson that I can share with anyone who's looking to invest themselves deeply into the space of strategic brand management is clarity before creativity. Not in opposition to creativity, but before creativity. Sometimes the simplest of ideas, the simplest of hypotheses about how you can create value for your customers is so much more powerful than the greatest campaigns ever created. I would say don't chase attention, chase alignment. The strongest brands grow because they're not trying to do too many things for too many people, but very few things for very few stakeholders, but with tremendous amount of consistency, clarity, and patience.